Start. Halt. 2 o'clock, check. Report.
East wall, all's well.
Main gate, all's well.
West wall, all's well. Port. Park. Guard. Halt. Sergeant, dismiss the guard. Forward. Hurt.
All clear.
Here, too.
All right, let's get started. Give me a couple of minutes.
Change your mind, Reverend?
Thank you, Captain.
Scared to take a shot at you?
No.
Maybe you'd rather stay with the Yankees and get you 3 meals a day.
I want to leave as much as any of you.
You're still welcome to come along.
I can't. I told Major Benton I can't condone what you intend doing if the escape is successful.
Scared rabbit.
Sometimes, Lieutenant, you make it hard for me to remember I'm a man of peace.
1 time's all you'd forget it, too.
That's enough, mister. Start down. Major Benton's waiting. Lloyd, you next. Right.
His Yankee face for more than a year. Get that gun. miles to the border. Any idea how wide this river is?
It's about 50 yards.
Can't stop the bleeding.
There'd be nothing to stop if you hadn't opened fire.
May I respectfully remind the Major that there wouldn't have been any Yankees left on the wall if I'd been permitted continuous fire.
I don't think I can afford you, mister. You're too nervous on that trigger for everybody's good.
One of them outrunning the pack.
Prop you up.
Way I'm dripping blood. Not much chance outrunning her.
Lloyd, we've got to get across that border. You understand, don't you?
Don't have to draw me a picture, Major. Anyway, if I have to bleed to death, I'd like it better sitting down.
Once we get him to the river, put together some kind of raft, float him across.
He's not going.
Let's get started.
Can't leave him, Neil. This way, we're quitting the trail. You want those months of tunnel digging to go for nothing? We can't leave him. I gave an order, Captain. Double quick.
Throw down your gun. There are 20 rifles dead on you. Throw it down. Open fire!
Let me help you, soldier. You paralyzed or something?
Sword. Who cares?
Sign up, mister. We pay as much as any state in the Union.
I'm Canadian.
We take Canucks. Take anybody except Rebs. 2 weeks training in Plattsburgh, then ship you south by boat.
I get seasick.
Yes, sir. Do something for you?
Oh, yes. My bank in Montreal gave me your name, Mr. Anderson. I'm Neil Swayze, Montreal Feed and Grain Company.
Come in and sit down, sir.
Thank you.
Thinking of doing some business with us?
Well, I'm just exploring. I might buy some acreage around here.
Oh. Stogie?
Thank you.
Always glad to see new blood come to town. Particularly young blood. Not much of it left these days with the Rebs not known on their whip.
Well, being Canadian, I'll have to leave the fighting and the arguments up to you fellas. I'm only interested in making myself a dollar.
An enviable position, being a neutral. Buy cotton from the Rebs, pay with guns. Get the guns from us and pay off in cotton. Sharp business, Mr. Swayze. Very sharp.
Well, that makes the war pleasant and profitable.
Yes. Well, I've got a list here of available properties. Glad to have my clerk Lipscomb take you around.
Yes. Well, maybe I better look them over first myself. Any suggestions where I might be able to stay in town?
Depends if you like things elegant or you prefer good victuals.
Good victuals. 3 times a day.
Widow Bishop sets the best table. Also clean, genuine feather beds and not stingy with the soap and water. Well, that's the signal for the latest war news.
Maybe they caught the rebel prisoners.
Rebel prisoners?
Yeah, 7 of them. All officers escaped last week from Plattsburgh. 6 still at large. Lipscomb blocked the vault.
What happened to the 7th officer?
Our boys killed him. Shot him 10 times. Imagine that. 10 times. Push in after me, Mr. Swayze.
They can't stop old Sherman.
My boys were that army.
Savannah will get what Atlanta got. If I were General Sherman, I wouldn't leave a stick standing. They've got it coming.
Who is the positive gentleman in uniform?
It's Captain Foster, recruiting commander for our district. Stays at Widow Bishop's. Lipscomb, back to business. I don't know why we all run for the news. Outcome of the war is a foregone conclusion.
I guess a job like Captain Foster's requires a lot of assistance. Soldiers.
Only 4. But Lionel acts like it was a whole regiment, the way it struts.
Anderson at the bank sent me over about a room.
Sends everybody. Come in, sir. That's Miss Bishop.
Sorry.
That's all right. Emmanuel tells me you came about a room. It was about a room, wasn't it, Mr.?
Swayze, Neil Swayze. Yes, well, I didn't mean to stare, but Mr. Anderson mentioned the widow bishop. I guess I was expecting to see someone older.
Wars make younger widows.
I'm sorry.
Now, about the room, Mr. Swayze.
Yes, do you have a vacancy?
Several. This way. Will you be staying long?
Well, I don't know. I'm down from Montreal on a business trip. If things work out, I may stay on.
The room is $1.50 by the day, $10 a week. With meals, of course.
According to Mr. Anderson, your meals are the talk of Vermont.
Mr. Anderson has to boost business. He holds the mortgage on this house.
Was here, mister. We were playing war.
Through windows?
This is where the rebels were capturing Olga.
She lives next door. Olga Curtis, next door.
We were going to save her from the Rebs.
All right. Sit down, soldiers.
Are you staying by the day or by the week?
It depends.
Mom likes boarders by the week.
Oh, you're Mrs. Bishop's boy.
Yep. That a one-shot Derringer?
Yep.
Ain't you in the Army?
Nope, I'm Canadian.
That's the kind my father smoked.
So does mine.
My father was a hero. He killed more Rebs than your father.
Yeah?
Yeah. What's your name?
Neil Swayze.
My father had the same name as me, Larry. You gonna tell Mom we came in the window?
Well, I don't know. You think I should?
It don't scare me. Only I don't like to aggravate her.
It scares you plenty.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Well, how about you soldiers giving me a chance to wash up?
See you at supper. You and Captain Foster got the biggest rooms. He's by the week.
He's a veteran. One hand.
I think there'd be more business opportunities in Montreal than here.
A man looks close enough, he can always find a penny rolling the wrong way, even in St. Albans.
The grain and feed business won't bring you a living. Most of the cows have been slaughtered. There aren't few horses around.
No horses at all?
Might be 24, counting both livery stables.
31, Mom, and the Harvey mare's in full.
Oh, my son is the real authority on St. Albans. Sees and knows all.
Well, you people do business with the Rebs. Profits must be big in Canada.
It's 50-50, Captain. We sell them what we buy from you.
Not from me.
Present company accepted, of course. You'll excuse me, please. I have some letters to write. Oh, Mrs. Bishop, I wonder if I can make a business deal with your son. I'm going to need a guide tomorrow to help me find some of the places that Mr. Anderson told me about.
Oh, Mom, can I?
School, mister. I'll get someone for you.
Thank you. I think Mr. Danzig would like some more mashed potatoes.
Hey, say, Captain, take a look.
Morning, Captain.
I'd sure like to have her stitch my coat.
What do you mean by that?
Oh, no offense, Captain. It's just that I ain't very handy with this needle and thread.
That's the good road. Parallel to the railroad farther along.
Well, where does the bridge road go?
Same place, the border. It isn't used much anymore. It's a few miles longer and bumpy.
I need waking up this early. Let's ride the bump, shall we?
One of the best producing farms in Vermont. Fontaine's moved away after their 2 sons were killed at Gettysburg.
And no one's lived here since?
No.
Let's look around. There's nothing lonelier than an abandoned house, is there?
Another year or two and people will say it's haunted.
How far are we from town?
2 miles. Don't tell me you're interested in this place.
I might be. I guess I'm partial to haunted houses. The main highway runs from the border south, straight through St. Albans. Matter of fact, that's the only entrance and exit to the town. It's impossible to block off this highway. About a mile out of town, there's the secondary road, the bridge road. Now, that also crosses the border, but farther to the east. It's a little longer. It's rougher. They don't use it much anymore. But for us, it's perfect. I'll show you why. This road spans a river with this bridge here. Now, the river's too fast, too deep to cross. If we can destroy this one bridge, then we have a sure, safe retreat right into Canada. Another thing, the farmhouse I picked out is on this road, about a mile north of the bridge. It's completely isolated, exactly what we need to keep our troops hidden. Now, our main attacking force will cross the border here and then stay undercover at the farmhouse. 5 minutes hard ride will bring them into town.
What about guns in St. Albans, Major?
Oh, we'll have to locate whatever there is before we attack. Attention.
At ease, gentlemen. Sorry to interrupt you, Major. I have your volunteers lined up downstairs, all itching to be part of this raid.
That's fine, sir. I'll wind this up in just a few minutes. Now, one squad will take over the church tower and the schoolhouse roof. That's here and here. Rifles can control the square from those positions. It's your job, Mr. Dupre. 3 men.
Yes, sir.
Captain Dwyer and the squad will cut the telegraph wires at the station and then hit the commercial bank. That's here. I'll take the National Bank. Lieutenant Robinson, State Bank. That's over here on this side of the street.
I've always wanted to burn down a bank. Everything except the money.
We're gonna burn more than their banks. We'll let them know what the stink of war is like. We'll rub their noses in it. They'll get some idea of what our home's meant to us.
May I interrupt?
Yes, of course, sir.
We all have reasons to hate, some more than others. But I want a few things kept in mind. This is no guerrilla raid. We loot and sack the town, but as an act of war. The Army of the Confederacy, all of you in uniform, will be attacking 1,000 miles north of the main front. After St. Albans, we strike again and again. Our basic aim is to compel the enemy to divert troops for home guards, ease the pressure on General Lee.
No order against burning, Colonel.
Quite the contrary. Use liquid fire and destroy the town. But first of all, you'll squeeze every dollar you can out of those bank vaults. You'll buy a lot of weapons from Britain. All your arrangements made, Major?
Yes, sir. We attack this Saturday, the 17th at noon. Some of the officers, Dwyer, Ramsey, Robinson, will start drifting into St. Albans this week. The rest of the men will get to the farmhouse Friday night.
Excellent. Now, I have to get back to the consulate. Can you pick the men downstairs now?
Yes, certainly.
Major Benton. May I speak to you a minute, sir?
I'll be below.
You haven't assigned me to anything yet, sir.
I'm sorry, mister. You're one risk I can't afford. I told you that.
I know I've been wrong, Major. I wish I could undo what happened at the prison gate, but I've earned a right to go along on this raid. I sweated out the stink of that Yankee prison along with the rest of the men. You can't take away my one chance of some real action.
That's not the point.
I wish you'd see my side of it, sir. I'm as Southern as any of the men here. I know I've been wrong, and it won't happen again. I give you my word, sir.
I'll have to think about it. I'll let you know before I leave.
Thank you, sir.
Georgia, 5th Cavalry, right?
Yes, sir. Corporal Fred Dean, Company C.
Glad to see you again, Corporal. Where were the Yankees holding you?
Springfield, sir. A few of us escaped a couple of weeks back.
Good.
Remember me, Major? With you at Gettysburg.
Well, I certainly do. Henry Latimer, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
Some old friends of mine.
Be seated, men. Major.
Thank you, sir. You all know the purpose of this mission. We're going to hit the Yankee where it hurts him the most, his pocketbook. We're going to burn every stick in that town.
About time. Let's start marching.
That's right. That's going to be a tough job to slip enough of our men into St. Albans. And a lot tougher to get them out alive. That's why we've got to be careful. We're going to have to pick and choose. You'll be wearing civilian clothes up to the time of the attack. Well, I don't have to tell you what capture out of uniform will mean. A firing squad. All right. Dean, Latimer, all out. You go along. Over here. Now, would you mind stepping up here, please? Read this out loud.
I'm a citizen of Canada. I was born in Montreal.
Y'all have to muffle your mouth if you can't talk Yankee.
The other side, soldier.
I don't aim to spoil nothing, Major, but I could learn Yankee talk.
Time. Next man.
Sorry, sir. I'm from Kentucky.
Next.
Glad to see you back, Mrs. Swayze. How is Montreal? Cold? Lipscomb's available if you're still looking at acreage.
Thanks, Mrs. Bishop is showing me around.
Oh, the war's apt to end up sudden-like. Push property prices up. You better decide soon.
I'll be in to see you Saturday.
3 days may be too long to wait.
That's the soonest I can make it. I'll see you Saturday at noon.
It's nice to be out of that Montreal mousetrap.
Keep your eyes in your head.
Behave like I know what my eyes are for.
Burn real pretty.
Maybe when we bring in all that money, the colonel see to it we get our back pay. Even though it's for time in that Yankee prison. Over $500.
So what?
So I like money. I like what it can buy.
Save you're looking for Saturday over the business end of a rifle.
Man can mix a little biology with war, can he?
Not in my book. The only Yankee we're looking at's a dead one. Still thinking about biology?
Let's go.
Anytime you need reminding why we're here, just take another look at that window.
Don't rub it in.
You're not the only one who needs reminding. Somebody else thinking about biology.
Don't you worry about the Major. 40 acres of fine cotton ripped out, his home burned black. He's got better reason to hate than most of us.
Maybe so. Only I aim to make sure he doesn't change in the next 2 days. There's our hotel.
Oh, maybe stop a minute.
All right.
I never could pass up a bargain. And there's a wagon load of possibilities.
Mister,
Yes, ma'am.
do you have any large mops?
Yes, we do.
Oh, mister, let me see one of those large roasters.
Yes, ma'am, one of our specials. $2.50. Can I serve you, ma'am?
Yes. Do you have any small size salt and pepper shakers?
I'll look over my stock. Sorry, all out of shakers.
I'll have to break this up. Can't peddle stuff in the square. Merchants don't like it.
Well, that doesn't seem very fair. They look like decent sort of fellas.
It isn't right to stop people from earning a living.
Lots of laws don't seem right, Katie. And you wouldn't like it if somebody moved a boarding house right outside of yours. Now pack up, mister.
Not very neighborly.
Merchants won't let me be. Pick some other town.
Well, that's just treating them like criminals. Least you could do is let them peddle house to house.
1 minute, Sheriff.
Now, Katie, please leave the arguments to the lawyers.
You mean a citizen isn't entitled to ask you one question?
Now, Katie.
Well, why can't they peddle house to house? There's no law against that, is there? Oh, of course there isn't.
I guess it's lawful, all right. But don't go peddling near the stores.
Obliged to you, Sheriff. Nice of you, ma'am, to speak out in our favor.
That's all right. No bargains for me today.
I hope you all managed to do your business without aggravating the sheriff anymore.
Why, thank you, sir. We'll work so quiet he'll hardly know we're here.
You can't just drop this or toss it. You've got to smash it down hard like this.
All right, men, put out the fire. Works fine.
Well, we'll see how fine tomorrow. We won't get another chance to mate, so let's have one final check. Captain Dwyer?
8 men inside my wagon, 12 rounds of ammunition, 6 incendiaries per man. Everybody in uniform, mine under my overcoat. Drive in from the railroad side at exactly 10 minutes to 12, wait for the signal. 2 of my men to cut the telegraph wires.
Mr. Ramsey?
2 squads in my wagon. Come in by the rough road, wait at the north end.
Mr. DeFay?
1 squad will wait 100 yards outside the square. When you open fire, we come in and herd out all the available saddle horses in both livery stables.
Good. Out exactly noon when the church bell rings. Keating, Robinson, and myself will come into the square. My first shot will be the signal. Any questions?
Nobody's been assigned to the houses off the square yet.
There won't be time for that.
We can take the time. Sherman doesn't make any exceptions. Public buildings, homes, soldiers, civilians. Makes no difference to the Yankees.
Shooting civilians and burning homes would only hold us up.
The Yankees didn't worry about that when they burned you out. And they killed my wife.
I know that, Frank. But our job is to get away clean. Don't forget, St. Albans is only the first of these raids.
Any particular reason the Major's against killing and burning out civilians?
Any particular reason for asking that, mister?
No, sir. Just want to know if there's an order against killing Yankees.
No. No order.
Delphine and I had quite a time convincing Reverend Lucas. He was afraid that selling dances at the bazaar tonight would turn St. Albans into another Sodom and Gomorrah.
He's a blue nose.
Larry, where do you pick up expressions like that?
From Wrinkle's pageant, no doubt.
I did not.
I'm afraid I'll have to plead guilty. We happened to be discussing someone the other day, and I used the expression.
It means someone who's,
Stuffy.
yeah, stuffy.
Who are you discussing?
No more gossip. To get back to the bazaar, I expect we'll do very well, selling refreshments, dances, the trophy auction.
Wrinkle's father's going to bid as high as $10 for one of the rebel sabers.
Well, I may bid on one of those sabers myself. I never had any time for souvenirs in the war. Too busy killing rebs.
This coat's... Katie, you'll excuse me, please.
Oh, well, for now. But tonight, Delphine and I expect you to buy a lot of our dances.
You realize he called you by your first name?
Of course, don't you?
You don't compare a week's acquaintance with a lifelong friend.
Lionel, don't be a blue nose.
They never grow up, do they? No matter how old they get, they like to watch a parade.
Through the square, then start back to the farmhouse. I'll head off the others. Get up, George.
Hey, peddler! You got any tobacco to sell?
Only hardware, sorry. Hey, boys. Have a cigar.
Oh, fine. Thank you.
You, staying with us long?
Not long enough. On our way to Plattsburgh. Pulling out Monday morning.
Enjoy the cigars.
You choke on that.
Going?
No sense trying to lick 2 full platoons. They'll be gone Monday.
We can wipe them out with the rest of the town.
Get back to your room.
How yellow are we going to be? Running out on account of 2 lousy Yankee platoons.
Get moving, mister. That's an order.
You have a visitor.
Hi, Neil. Mom's at the bazaar already, fixing the decorations and cake.
Well, I have some business now, Larry.
Sure. You Canadian, mister?
You're a lung soldier. Why did you risk coming here?
I had to. Keating's missing.
Missing? What do you mean?
Well, I looked all over town. I can't find him.
Was he drinking?
Some. He bought a bottle or two around the hotel, I think. He went cursing mad when he found out the raid was called off. Kept arguing. Said we could have wiped out the Yankee platoons and the town.
Come on, we've got to find him.
Mr. Swayze, Katie, we certainly can use you.
Well, I just dropped by for a minute to look around.
That look is going to cost you. We'll put you to work.
No,
oh, please.
Katie.
Reverend Lucas, here's an assistant.
Oh, delighted to see you, sir. I can use reinforcements.
No, really, Katie, I have a very important business appointment.
At 4 o'clock on Saturday? Oh, no.
There's no escape. Just surrender graciously. After all, it's for our own brave veterans, you know.
I said I have an appointment.
Is that an example of Canadian manners?
Nowhere.
Rent a rig and get to the farmhouse.
Wouldn't that flag look nice over our mantel, dear?
Kind of soiled. Might be blood.
Tell Dwyer and Dean I'm going to need them in town.
Well, it's risky.
I know that. At least they're familiar faces. I've got to pick up Keating before he ruins everything.
Yes.
Dean's covering the north end of the square.
Say, aren't you the hardware peddler?
That's right.
You wouldn't have any more of those cigars, would you?
No.
Have you got a spare, mister?
No.
Just thought I'd inquire.
Robinson's watching the south end. I think you better put in an appearance inside. You're expected. No way you can get into the square without us seeing you.
Katie?
May I present Mr. Swayze, Lieutenant Sidney?
Mr. Swayze.
Lieutenant? Sorry. I'm sorry about this afternoon. I didn't mean to be so abrupt about leaving.
You don't owe me an explanation, Mr. Swayze.
No, really. I had this appointment. I just wasn't sure that it would keep.
Are you expecting someone now?
No, I was admiring your decorations. Well, you did them, didn't you?
Hardly.
That was the part that I was admiring.
I'm sure they'd seem very simple and countrified in Montreal.
Very elegant and expert.
Have you always lived in Montreal?
No, not always.
Where else?
Places you've never seen.
And I probably never will.
Didn't you ever want to leave St. Albans?
Often. But you can't tear up roots when they've grown so deep.
Roots come out easily nowadays. Ask your soldiers here. They've been proving that. Atlanta, Chattanooga, Savannah next.
That isn't fair. I suppose it's hard for a neutral to understand the rights and wrongs of this war. You're all so far away from it.
Suppose you met someone from the South, someone whose home had been burned by your General Sherman. His family wiped out. How would you go about explaining the rights and wrongs of this war to him?
What do they expect from our armies? The nice manners of the so-called Southern gentlemen? They'd burn us to the ground if they got the chance.
And if they did, if they burned down St. Albans, would you understand why they had to do it? Would you be able to forgive them for that?
Mr. Swayze, waited for you till 1 o'clock today.
Oh, well, our appointment was for Monday, wasn't it?
No, noon today.
Really? Well, my apologies. I was sure we made it for Monday.
At my bank, the customer's always right. Monday it is.
Be careful doing business with Mr. Anderson. He's very shrewd.
Well, I'm pretty shrewd myself. Matter of fact, I may end up by taking all of his money.
Sold to Mr. Paget. And now we come to the high spot of our sale. This is a symbol, my good friends, of the bravery of our soldiers and the cowardice of the rebels who abandoned this flag at Shenandoah.
Talks like he was there.
What am I bid for Johnny Reb's tatters?
$10.
10?
$15.
Oh, come now, my friends. Surely this symbol of Union prowess is worth much more.
$20.
Thank you, Captain Foster.
25.
25.
Be careful, he might sell it to you.
26.
26.
7.
27.
28.
I am bid 28.
$30.
He'll let him buy it. It means more to him than you.
31.
35.
Mr. Swayze is bid 35.
Leo, he can't afford any more. It's very important to him.
36.
36.
40.
I am bid 40. 40. Captain Foster?
No, thank you, Reverend. A soldier's pocketbook is not as fat as a businessman's.
Is $40 the final bid? 40 once?
45.
45. I'm bid 45 by Katie Bishop.
50.
Mr. Swayze bids 50.
55.
55 is the bid. 55, Mr. Swayze.
Oh, no, thank you. I never bid more than once against a lady.
55 once. 55
This
twice.
way, Sheriff.
Sold
Back of the
Katie
hotel.
Bishop for $55.
We've got him. He's in the wagon now, drunk as a skunk. Beat a Yankee soldier to death.
Anybody see it?
I don't think so.
Well, we can't take a chance. Tell Robinson to move their things out of the hotel. Get Keating out to the farmhouse, sober him up. Don't let him out of your sight. I'll get out there sometime tomorrow.
Right, sir.
Is everyone in?
Yes, ma'am.
Where do you want this?
I told you it was yours.
No, Katie, I can't accept this from you. A man...
We've been friends too long for you to refuse a gift from me. You wanted it, didn't you?
I wanted it.
Then we'll have no more arguments.
Well, I'll pay you. $35 now and a few dollars a week.
Is it that important to you?
Yes.
All right, then.
Katie, do you know why I wanted this flag?
We can talk in the morning.
In the morning, I won't be able to tell you. I've never tried to say this. I'm not a hero, I'm a fake. I never had a chance for any souvenirs, never got near any fighting. I was afraid. I tried to get hurt. Not this bad. Just enough to get sent home. I managed to fall under a caisson wheel. I wanted you to know.
I know. Thank you for telling me. I know how much courage it took.
Good night, Kitty.
Ray, Ramsey. Dean, Corporal Dean.
Captain Dwyer.
He took 3 of them.
Lieutenant Keating's gone. Hitch up the wagon. We're going into St. Albans.
Right away, sir.
All except you, Lieutenant. If they catch up with Keating, they'll be able to identify you as his partner.
Mom went to church with Delphine and Captain Foster. I said I'd wait for you.
Oh. Well, Larry, I've got some work to do.
But Neil, it's Sunday.
Yeah, I know. Some other Sunday, all right?
Then I guess I won't go either.
No, no, you don't. No, come on. Get along.
I'm no blue nose.
Well, going to church doesn't make you a blue nose. All decent people go to church.
Ain't you decent?
Come to think about it, maybe I need that fire and brimstone more than you do. Go.
My good friends and neighbors, it is gratifying to see so many of you present this morning. And it is particularly gratifying to see and welcome some of our brave soldiers. In this time of crisis, we must continue to keep our thoughts and efforts pointed toward the one ultimate goal. My sermon today will be on a subject... My sermon today will be on a subject very close to all of us. Close to all true patriots. The rebellion. It should be of interest to all of you to be reminded that our own Holy Bible has considerable to say about rebellion. In the first book of Samuel, chapter 15, we plainly read, "Rebellion is as the sin of witchcraft." And in Proverbs chapter 17, we read again, "An evil man seeketh only rebellion." A few weeks ago, Mr. Lincoln told us, among free men, there can be no successful appeal from the ballot to the bullet. Can there be any question whose side the Lord is on? We are the right, the just, and with his help, our legions must grind the rebels into the dust. The devil himself will have to make room in his domain to receive those lost rebel souls.
You psalm-singing Yankee lice! Who else wants to try it? Who else? Better tell your friend the devil to move over and make room for you, Yank. Nobody spoils this.
God bless you, Mr. Swayze.
This man must be a rebel. Anybody know him? Do you have any friends in town?
He checked into the L&B Hotel with another man.
Well, let's pick him up.
Wonderful thing you did, Brother Swayze. Anything me or my family can ever do for you.
You're as big a hero as my dad was, isn't he, Mom?
Yes, now he is.
Hey, Wrinkles, you see that quick draw? Boy!
Good Lord guided your hand, Mr. Swayze.
officers are inside, sir.
Come on in, Corporal.
Sorry about the lieutenant, sir. Tried to stop him.
I know. Sitting here on your tails and moping isn't going to help any. Look, I used bad judgment when I brought him along. I knew he was a risk.
How much of a setback is it?
We attack on schedule. Yankee cavalry will be moving out by late morning. The big hitch is that the infantry regiment gets in on that 2 o'clock train. They'll bivouac in St. Albans the rest of this week.
Doesn't give us much time.
No, 2 hours at the most. Mr. Dupre, you come into town about 8 in the morning. Use a saddle horse. I'll keep you in sight. You'll bring back word on the exact time we attack.
Yes, sir.
Mr. Robinson?
Sir?
You can take over Mr. Dupre's wagon, the rear guard squad. I don't think St. Albans is too healthy for you right now.
No, sir, I guess it isn't.
No. Well, I want you in town in the morning, Corporal.
Yes, sir.
When Captain Dwyer's wagon enters the square, get to the church belfry. Wait 4 minutes, and then start ringing that bell.
What about my uniform, sir?
Wrap it up and hide it in the church.
Sir, Mrs. Bishop asked if it's convenient for you to come down to the parlor. She said, please, sir.
I think you know everyone, Neil.
No matter. We all know Mr. Swayze. You've made us realize what it is to count our daily blessings, sir.
Sunday.
They got a surprise for you, Neil.
Sorry. I can't blame the boy, Katie. He likes Mr. Swayze as much as we grown-ups do. You tell him, Josiah.
It looks like St. Albans doesn't want to lose you, Mr. Swayze. Yes, sir. They even fixed it so you and I can't do business. There's first-class acreage back of Gilman's livery stable, and the town's buying it for you.
We like to hold on to our heroes.
No, I can't accept it.
Son, when Vermont people give something away, it just naturally falls in with the larger miracles.
I've got a special reason. Property owners can vote. So happens that I'm running for re-election.
Have the deed ready for you tomorrow afternoon. Stop by and pick it up. Meeting's adjourned, folks.
Glad you're going to be one of us. Hope you join the church real soon.
Congratulations, Mr. Swayze. You can figure out my grain business.
What the Reverend don't see or smell can't bother him.
You want me to show you your property, Neil?
No, son.
Now you know why I love St. Albans.
You've certainly captured our town.
Katie, I wish I'd...
Mr. Swayze.
Bedtime for you, mister.
I'll take you in.
That's for babies. Good night, Neil. Will you show me that quick draw tomorrow?
He's quite taken with you.
He's a wonderful boy.
First, I'd like to apologize for bidding against you last night.
You've got that upside down. I'm the one who should be apologizing to you, both of you.
Well, it doesn't matter. The point is, I want you to have it now.
No, it's yours.
It doesn't fit me. Neil, you earned it.
Lionel means it.
I wish you'd take it.
Keep it.
mind. You're...
Be quiet, Larry. Yes, I'm a Confederate soldier.
No, you killed a Reb. I saw you.
Look, son, in wartime, things happen that we can't explain. No matter how much we want to be understood, no matter how... Well, soldiers sometimes have to do things they don't want to do.
You're a spy.
No, not really. I don't know, maybe your father would have known how to explain this to you. You see, Larry, he wanted to fight for his country. Well, there are other men like me. We want to fight for our country.
You're a spy, a dirty spy.
Stop that. Now listen to me. I want you to stay in this house. Stay away from the square. No matter how much noise or shooting there is, don't leave this house. Stay close to your mother. Keep her inside.
Is Larry with you? Mom! Mom! Mom!
Katie, you try to warn the people, they'll be shot down. My men are already in the street. No matter how you feel about me, try to think of Larry. Keep him in this house. You'll be safe here, I promise that.
Miss Bishop! Miss Bishop! Something's wrong with Mr. Larry. He says he's going after the cavalry.
Stop him.
He's already gone, sir.
What's the news? Where's the bulletin? There ain't any news we know about. Who's ringing the bell?
This is a raid of the Confederate Army. You'll stay where you are. You'll obey all orders. Mr. Ramsey, empty the town hall, then burn it.
Yes.
Shall we go inside, Mr. Anderson? We're going to make a withdrawal.
I told you to get out of there, mister.
Open it. Won't do it. No matter what happens.
Hold him here. I'll be right back with a combination.
Yes, sir.
Talk him after dinner.
Let's come.
I have a family, Mr. Anderson.
I forbid it. You can't.
Keep quiet, Pop. Clean it up.
Good trouble, Yank. Me and my partner hail from Atlanta.
190,000 cash. Kavanaugh, burn it down. We haven't got much time. Someone went after that Yankee cavalry.
Sure, Major? Yes, I'm sure. Keep your men moving. Them trophies in the window. Huh? Here's another one for you.
Hold it, soldier. Just keep him with the others. Mr. Ramsey, where's Captain Foster?
Who?
The recruiting officer.
Oh, he slipped us somewhere inside the building. We'll hear from him as soon as it gets hot enough.
Take cover!
got to get him down from there, sir. He's got 2 guns.
I'll get him down. I'll burn him down.
Filthy cowards.
Are you all right, sir?
Yes. See if you can get him from the roof. Hey, balcony!
Yes, sir.
The balcony! The town hall!
How about the state bank?
Money's in my wagon, sir.
No, it's all right. You take over.
I solemnly swear to obey, fight for... Fight for and maintain. Yes, sir. Fight for and maintain the laws of the Constitution of the Confederate States of America. Makes everything nice and legal. Can't nobody call us robbers now. It's just a patriotic contribution. Start reciting, Pop. Come on.
Go on, blast him.
Stop that. Put these people outside with the others. Stow that money in Captain Dwyer's wagon.
Major, do I use this now?
That's what it's for.
You were wonderful, Lionel. Wonderful.
Make your bet. There's a death spot on the other side of the hill.
Mr. Ramsey, tell the men to mount up.
2 full platoons about 4 miles off.
We can block off their entrance.
Those wagons would never stop them.
Hurry along, Ramsey.
Not the wagon, sir. I mean a human blockade. A couple of mounted men with rifles can hold them in the roadway until the last second. Otherwise, the troops will get to us before we can reach the bridge.
Oh, forget it. Keep Ramsey moving.
One more thing, sir.
Yes?
I'd like to remind the Major of the question he asked me the day we left Captain Henderson to die. You want those months of tunnel digging to go for nothing? And what you told Keating the other night. Our job is to get away clean. St. Albans is only the first of these raids.
Getting pretty close, Major.
Captain Foster. March these civilians down to this end of the square and hold them there.
Don't move. He wants to use us to block the road.
I gave you an order, Foster. This is a battlefield. It's no different from Atlanta or Chattanooga.
Stay where you are. All of you.
Captain Dwyer, I'm gonna cross over to your wagon. If these people haven't moved by then, take Foster out of line and shoot him.
Yes, sir.
He'll do it, Colonel. He'll kill you.
Please, all of you, go down the road. Hurry, please. You try to hurry. Hurry. I want them to go.
Lionel, please. Please, for me.
2 minutes now, Major. Come on down. We're moving out. Soldier, get me a couple of horses. Mr. Ramsey? Yes, sir. Hold this. Unhitch this team. Anything of value inside?
No, sir. All the money's in Captain Dwyer's wagon.
Blockade this into the street. Take the men out. Keep going till you cross the border.
You're not coming, Major?
We'll be along, but don't stop anywhere to wait for us.
Yes, sir.
All right, sit him down on the road. Come on, sit down.
Lionel, please.
You men!
Boy, get up! Oh!
We can burn down the front of the platoon when they round the bend.
Put it away. A 9-year-old boy riding with it. Put it away.
Fine job.
I don't want him caught. I don't want him caught.
I know.
they burned down St. Albans, would you understand why it had to be done? Do you think you'd be able to forgive them for that?